doing well. Oh, nice to have you aboard on a busy Friday afternoon here on Mad Dog Unleashed. It's the 6th day of April, and it's 2018. Welcome, folks, and say hello as we chat to you about what's going on in the world of sports. Colin Schmeling will man the controls and do all the work today as we chat to you about what's cooking here on this Friday afternoon. 888 Mad Dog 6 is your two-way sports talk telephone number on the great Sirius XM 82. We got Barry Levinson in a little later on. He's got the Paterno movie, big-time director, an Oscar Award winner with Rain Man. He did, obviously, The Diner. He did Bugsy, did a lot of good movies. I will talk to you from Baltimore. We'll do Barry a little bit later on today. We'll do Billy Andre a little bit later on today as well, as we take you home here on what is becoming a huge day now in golf. We will start the day from that perspective, and if we do this in a two-featured scenario, golf right now and this tournament right now is almost a two-tiered tournament. On the one hand, you got the leaders, and then on the other hand, you have everybody else in between, especially the big two, and they are Mickelson and Tiger Woods. Mickelson is not as big as Tiger, as we know, but let's start with him first. He's teeing off, as I see here, on 16, and he's had a rough day. He's +3. He's in the bunker on 16. He hasn't played well. He really hasn't gotten anything going all afternoon. He was -2 going into the day. He's +5 for the afternoon. I haven't watched this that carefully with him, but he hasn't, I saw him miss a couple of putts. He hasn't driven the ball that well. He just really has not gotten anything together, and Mickelson is playing himself out of the tournament and probably putting himself on a cut line. We'll get to that momentarily. So Mickelson is point number one. Point number two, and the bigger aspect of this, is Tiger, and Tiger right now is in the same boat that Phil is in, and he's got a long way to go, which is obviously probably worse. Mickelson is on the late stages of this back nine. Tiger is still really just getting his round going, but off to a bad start. Bogeyed one, did not birdie 2, and then he just double bogeyed 5. He hit the ball in the woods on his second shot, literally, and had to bang it out and everything else. And so Tiger double bogeyed 5, and currently he is +4 for the tournament through 5 holes on this front side today. So Tiger right now, who is currently 9 strokes behind, you know the cut rule. Was it the top 50 and within 10? Is that what it is? I'd have to go. I'm not sure exactly what that cut line is at the Masters. I think it's 50 and +10. Might be wrong, but the issue for Tiger right now is that he's a lot closer to being out of the tournament than he is of being in the tournament. I mean, that's essentially where you stand with Tiger. Not playing well, off to a bad, did not get up and down off that first hole today. Second shot, he hit it left. He chipped on and did not make the putt. He had a terrible job there on number 5. He hit a bad second shot, hit it too far. Then he had to hit his 4th shot out of some bushes. That was a problem. He hit that ball into the bunker, best he could do. He did get up and down out of the bunker to get the double bogey, made a 7-footer for the double bogey instead of sitting there waiting to get a triple. But the bottom line is double bogeys, when you begin the day in big trouble, put you in a tough way. So Tiger right now is in huge trouble. Top 50 scores, including ties, or any player within 10 strokes of the lead qualify for the weekend. So essentially I got it right. Top 50 and within 10. Tiger currently right now is within 9. I don't know if he's in the top 50. So the first story of the day is those two and where you stand. This is not what CBS wanted. CBS right now was dreaming for a classic weekend, for a huge Sunday at the Masters. Cold weather in the East. Everybody cooped up dying to watch it and loving to see what Tiger and or Phil would do, making a charge. And right now that does not appear that is going to happen. Tiger, it's his first double bogey on the 5th hole in his last 44 rounds at the Masters, so it is a hole that he has specifically played pretty well in, but obviously right now he finds himself in huge trouble of being in a, being even around for the weekend. That's point number one, those two. Point number 2 is the leaders here, and number 1 is Spieth, who yesterday was at 7 under going to 18, and obviously he bogeyed 18, which is not good, and he got off to a horrendous start today. He double bogeyed 1, and away he went. And Spieth right now has gotten one of those bogeys back. He's at -3 as he plays 15. So Spieth, who began the day with a lead, 2 up, is now 2 back and in trouble. Now, the leaderboard is, the Patrick Reeds of the world, the Mark Leishmans of the world, Patrick Reed, Leishman, Fleetwood's playing well. I mean, the leaderboard is almost, there's too many guys. Stenson's -4, McIlroy's -4, Reed now is -6, so he is the leader. Ustasen is -3. I can never pronounce his name. It is really there's a lot of guys in red figures here, but nobody on that leaderboard, even McIlroy and even Spieth, they do not move the needle. The guys that do are down below, and they're not going to maybe now make the cut. McIlroy has played well. He's in the mix, 2 back through 14 today, so you have to be pleased there. And Spieth, you never write Spieth off. He's had a terrible day. Never thought he'd have this kind of day. Right now, he's essentially 3 over par with 3 holes to go. He's on 15, so he has a chance for a birdie there to get one back. But Spieth hasn't played well today. He's missed some putts. He just hasn't played well from what I've seen, and I haven't watched every single stroke of him. But from what I've seen, he has not played well. A lot of it, Tiger, as you see, he'll be with us all afternoon. He hit his 6th tee shot over the green on 6 to par 3, back into that back alleyway. So he's going to have a tough up and down there. So Tiger might be playing himself out of the Masters in 2018. Keep an eye on Dustin Johnson. Dustin Johnson eagled number 2 today, and he just birdied a hole a little later on. So Johnson right now is at -2, and so Johnson's got an opportunity to put himself in the mix here in a big tournament. So Dustin Johnson is somebody we have to keep an eye on. McIlroy has got a chance here to birdie 15. Got to keep an eye on him as well, as McIlroy has a chance to get the 5. But the 2 stories, Mickelson is going to drop another stroke to par here on this back 9. And was he on 15? He's at 15 or 13. I think he's on 13, and Mickelson is about to go he's going to bogey. No, he's on 16, and he did not come close to a par putt after he hit the ball in the bunker on the right side. So he left himself about 4 or 5 feet short for a bogey putt. So Mickelson is going to find himself here at +4. Major issues for Phil, major issues for Tiger, and not a good day for Spieth. So the Masters is not going to have, in 2018, the type of leaderboard that they were begging for. A leaderboard that, they're going to have McIlroy there, they're going to have Spieth there, they're going to have Dustin Johnson probably there, and they can live with that. They get 2 of those 3, they're happy with that. But to really move the needle, they needed to have themselves a chance with, they would have needed Phil and desperately needed Tiger, and they're not going to get either one of them. So that is going to hurt them a little bit here down the road. We're going to see how that plays itself out. Sure, there's Matt Kuchar. People will be interested in him. Sure, there's Justin Thomas. He's lingering around even par, so you got to keep him in mind as well. But Mickelson and Tiger right now are essentially out of the weekend. Masters 2018. 3:12. We'll take a timeout. We continue. Mad Dog Unleashed.